Alright, here we go.
Bang, 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 bang.
I'm just saying, bro, them back in the days, bro. I missed the club, bro. I took this nigga to Modesto. I was gonna get back to the shout outs.
Oh,
we're gonna get back to the shout outs.
I forgot about that.
Hold on. This is
wait.
This is the fucked up part. I took my nigga to Modesto to have a good time, right? Hold on, let me. I gotta turn this on. But yup, you already know where this is going.
This is the story when we was in the. Don't tell the story. Nah.
I'm not gonna. I'm a.
Nah. That's not. No, we not. Yo, we not talking about this. Nah, not that one. What's this, episode 1? You like give all of that in episode 1? Nah, bro. Yeah, we're not gonna do. Bro, we not. Bro, that was life or death situation, son. Niggas thought they was gonna die. Like, let's not do that, bro.
Not just die.
There's a lot of things to question.
Me and him thought we was gonna have the fucked up way to die,
bro. Yo, it was, bro. We had all the homies with us too. That was
everybody,
yeah,
bro.
That wasn't the time.
And
bro.
it was messed up because we listened to Darren.
Bro, don't sell Flynn out, bro.
No.
We not.
No. Me and Flynn don't sell each other,
bro.
No, I'm not gonna go into it.
Okay.
Just know you got me fucked up,
bro.
But I know at the same time, man, you got hella stories, bro.
I'm about to say, yo.
Me and that nigga got mad stories, bro.
That one is going to the archive. Maybe one day.
I don't think that's going to the archive. Y'all gonna hear these jokes come from Darren. Darren already got a setup for it.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I know is, nigga, I almost had a nice ass sandwich out of the deal. I don't know how the night was gonna end, but I was gonna enjoy a nice sandwich before my shit was over.
Trying to give us the TV remote,
bro. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Everybody too smart to figure it out. We're just gonna leave it at that. But let's move on. V, love you, girl. Don't worry.
Back to the shout out.
Then they get back to that. That's too many niggas to shout out. Yeah, so I'm not even gonna start. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, I'm sure he just hop in. Yeah. But I'm just shouting out the ones that I call my circle, my Cheerios, cause all my niggas stay healthy. Simple.
You said that in a song once. I just caught what you did. This nigga, yo. I can't. Alright, yo.
Shout out my nigga Mike, aka SM, aka Beezy.
Yo.
All the way. Bro, been rocking with that nigga. Bro, I got four homies, bro, I've been rocking with for 10 plus years. Fuck that, 12 plus years. Bro, and they go from one, my nigga, INSITE. We don't do the government and shit. Y'all niggas don't get to learn that until you know us. Then you got my nigga D-Rock. Then you got my, well, this nigga don't really do anything, so you gonna get his government. Devo.
Damn, you just, god damn, you wasted no time. I was about to question the other two. I'm like, did we say their name already? Like, that's cold. That's cold.
My nigga Devo.
Oh god.
And then those my 4 homies, bro. When it comes to 10 plus years, 12 plus years, bro, these niggas been around for the longest,
crazy,
bro.
Too, to put in perspective. It's really
yes, bro. Yes, bro. Yeah, and it's crazy because this nigga knew one of my partners before I even met him.
Facts.
I met him at a hoop court just to find out. He was, you know, Meezy? I was like,
time out though. For those who don't know who this nigga is, this nigga know like everybody. Especially if you in this area. This nigga knows everybody. You can't take him to a gas station, your local Walmart, the bank, a tire shop. This nigga knows everybody. So anybody I already knew, the moment I be like, yo, y'all know Ted? Of course we know him. Nah, like, yo, if it's not him, it's someone in his family. Like, it's, nah. That was too easy. He was gonna know all the people I knew. Plus, everybody, for the most part in the area, me being new to the area, they was connected in some way. No different than if they went to, an area I was at, and, it's the same difference. So, I just so happened to, run into somebody that he knew, and he knows everybody, so it was easy. So, the link process was pretty easy.
He ran into somebody I've been knowing that I call my brother, so it was just like, once.
Yeah.
I knew that, and I found out how he was to him. It's easy to create a circle.
Yeah, it was solid, yo. I didn't even realize how close they were. That's the crazy thing. Me and him was rocking and we was cool.
Yeah, man.
And then I found out later that he was rocking with him way before that. So I was like, oh, okay. And then just made it easy to link. And then I think like, when you just, on the same wavelength, you all about like, progression, getting better, leveling up and stuff like that. You just naturally find common ground with people, and then you grow, and that's really what it's about.
Exactly.
You know, I think like positivity and elevation and evolution, I should say, is like the illest thing that we should be pushing and promoting the most.
I can tell you right now, that's all our circle is. You ain't never heard nothing negative from our circle.
Nah, it be some negative shit, but we don't promote it. We don't promote it.
It be some. I wouldn't call it negative shit. I wouldn't call it more of competitive arguments, because it ain't to the point to where you're gonna ignore your partner for a day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like of course some of the shit we say might be like you would think it's foul, but that's how we talk to each other.
That's a fact.
And when you know somebody, you know that nigga ain't tripping.
Yeah.
You know he just talking, and honestly, once you end up getting at your feelings, all he doing is spitting you some truth. It just came out to hurt because it hurts to hear the truth.
Let's talk about this, yo. Society. I'm so glad you said that, yo. I feel like we live in a world right now, son, where like sometimes speaking your mind or being too honest, you get ridiculed for it. You know, now I get it. There is a level of ignorance. There's a level of like not knowingness or whatever.
Yeah.
But then I feel like there's a point of just truth.
Yeah.
And sometimes the direct truth, people run away from that. People do not want to hear that shit
At all.
So, yeah, I feel like we're just in a society now where you gotta almost be careful with everything you say.
Yeah.
I think that's just what it is.
And me, I'm gonna tell you right now. Yeah, you be careful what you say. For me,
and this is the niggas that we gotta be careful around because, unfortunately, now they got laws and all type of different things.
Oh well, no,
like
we're not. When it comes to laws, when it comes to simple shit like that, when I say I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm talking about when I say I don't give a fuck. Now when it comes to laws and shit, nigga, my name is Timmy. The best black white man you're ever gonna see.
Oh my god, here we go. Wait, time out. No, what I meant by my statement was basically just saying that like they have different terminology for people being honest nowadays. Like they always try to make it some type of humiliation or something like that. Like they turn it into something else.
Oh yeah,
you know that's what I meant by that. Like so they'll accuse you of bullying or something for being honest, and I feel like that's not fair. I feel like sometimes people need to just hear the truth.
At the same time, still talk your truth. Because at the end of the day, like you really gotta realize the people that end up talking their truth, the ones that argue back with you, at the end of the day, they thank you. Literally, at the end of the day, they thank you.
They should.
Nobody ever, you can't be in an argument with somebody that's either heated or that thinks they're right about everything, but what you can't always do is speak your mind. Because at the end of the day, guess what? That shit replays. With anybody that's mental, and you know you need help, when you notice somebody's trying to help, but because you're so arrogant with shit, it's not going through to you, but you realize later on in the day, I know a lot of people like that. They'll hit you the next day and be like, yo, I apologize for this and that, and you might not even hear from them until you run into them again. They be like, yo, I appreciate what you did, I heard you, I was just going through some shit and I wasn't trying to hear that. I really wasn't. And it's just like a confirmation for everybody. So it's just like, don't be negative and really just listen. And then for the people that do talk the positive shit, don't be an asshole when they attack you back.
Nah, but
you feel me? Like I understand.
That's perspective.
But it's what's expected. So that's what I'm saying. Don't be an asshole when they come back at you, because it's what you expected. If you're trying to tell somebody, like, I don't really have the point of view of telling somebody they're right or wrong, because it's an opinion and it's their choice. Yeah. But I'm always going to give you my opinion to what I feel is right. And I know if you feel what's right, you're going to say something back to me. If not, you're going to keep moving. And that's your lesson to learn, not me. You feel me? That's all about the higher frequencies. If you don't get it, that just means I'm on a higher level than you. You just ain't got it. It'll get to you soon. Pops used to say it all the time. Don't listen with one ear and then go throughout the other. Don't be the one with a hard skull and don't understand the message. Literally, the message is clear. It's hella clear. You can be positive.
I think all of this also depends on the person willing to grow.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it comes down to.
Because I've spoken to people about situations and they never came back. They never came back to thank me or nothing like that until like they were actually in a growing space.
Yeah.
Then later it was like, oh man, but this is like 5-6 years later.
Yeah, and
so
it happens.
Yeah, it happens.
And those people you can't blame them for taking that long, because it's just like we think when you live and you're paying attention, such as deja vu and shit. some of this shit is repetitive. And if you don't pass that, just like a test, you have to retake it. In life, they will have you retake that shit, and you won't even notice. You'll be like, yo, why do I feel like going through, like I've been through this shit before? Because you have.
Yeah.
You have. Probably not 2 years ago, not 5 years ago, probably 9 years ago, 11 years ago, and you just ain't paid attention to what your route is. Like those commercials, you know how they got the screens that cut off, and they be like, if you did this, you'll end up here. Or if you did this, you'll be this way. It's literally how kind of life works. It's your choice. And whatever road you decide to go, that's the road you're going to go on until you understand whatever road you chose, what test it put you through to get you for the next road. You're never going to be able to go to the next road without passing a test. And that's where I feel like that's how life works. Because this shit replays, right? And that's where, for me at 29, I feel like I've seen a lot of shit of mine replay. And that's why I said going into 30, shit's going to be different. Because I noticed it. And it's like, you can't be the person that notices it and don't do nothing about it. And I can't let that keep being my excuse. I made so many excuses. I know there's so many people out there that said they was going to do it, they want to do this, they can do that, and then tried it, and then got to a certain standpoint and got comfortable. It's not about being comfortable when you just not doing it. That comfortable comes after all that pain and sweat and shit. And I got it, but I didn't. So that's what I'm going to do now.
I mean, I feel like the main thing is that whenever you're leveling up and always doing something more, you should probably be more uncomfortable than comfortable, because you never did it before. So in order to reach the next level, you have to be uncomfortable, because at some point, at some point you're uncomfortable getting to where you were at. Like, all of us was uncomfortable before we drove our first car. All of us was uncomfortable before, something happened, and then once we got ill at it, we got comfortable, and then we have to reach the next level or something. So I think that, like, if you're living your life, unless you reach all your goals, if you still have goals to reach, but you're too comfortable right now, I'm telling you, doing something. You need to do more. You got to push yourself. Be iller, get more knowledge,
just like whatever it may take. I'm sure anybody parents have told them this. Things can get given to you, but that shit can get snatched just as fast as it was given to you.
Yeah, that's all.
They can show you the light, and then it's dark, and you be like, yo. And then now you blaming God for stuff. Don't do that. Don't do that. Understand who you are. Because once you understand that, there's God to put you in situations where you be like, I never thought this would happen. And that'd be your exact response.
Yeah.
I just never thought
2020? Remember 2020? Yeah.
I never thought this would happen.
I was there. So nah, like I said, at the end of the day, though, man, it's all about, it's all about protecting your energy, yo. Like, that's one thing I can say that I've transitioned from as I get older, in my years, bro. I just started to understand that, like, my energy is everything. Yeah. Because I could be having a great day and the wrong thing can, like, push me in the wrong circle, and I'm exerting that negative energy on someone that doesn't deserve it. So I would say,
yeah, bro. I used to do that shit, bro.
Yeah,
not knowing it, and not noticing that I'm doing it,
like,
and then it feel hella bad, and that's when I end up being.
But nah, like, I think energy transfer is real, and I think that as I got older, I understood, like, I can't allow things to just dictate my energy like that, especially when I move off of positive or progressive energy. So every time I get older, I just cut stuff out fast, yo. Like, I'm very protective. I'm very protective.
If you don't cut out nothing, bro, it's just like what we used to say, Mike, me, when we used to sit in the car.
Yeah.
You can't have cancer in your circle. Why? The cancer spreads. It might start off with one person, then guess what? Your whole circle. For what reason? Because you didn't take that choice to understand who was around you. And you really gotta understand who is around you. So I don't call everybody my friend just because I talk to you and I'm genuine and nice. Don't mean I'm your friend. I'm just Teddy to y'all. Because at the same time, I appreciate the ones that do support and everything, but there's gonna be some that don't fudge with me, and that's okay. Cause I like strawberries. What?
Alright, so we're back here. I think so. Yo, but anyway, as we were saying, protect your energy. I don't even know how to follow up with that. But like I said, I like strawberries. But yeah, protect your energy is important. It's very, very important. That's my biggest piece of whatever this podcast has to offer. Protect your energy, and I mean like guard it with everything you got, because that's how you move throughout your day. That's how you're gonna move throughout life. And I can tell you right now, some of the illest people I know, they carry a different type of energy. They just carry like a positive, progressive, moving, like king or queen energy. I feel like most of the people I know that like are really struggling, they always are so down on themselves. They have like a negative feel to them, and you know, and
it's just like you
attract that. You know, you attract the same thing.
Yeah, you can't keep doing that.
Misery loves company. I know y'all heard that before.
Man.
So, you know, like I said, man, that's my illest thing for the day. As far as like if you're listening and you're watching right now, just protect your energy, like definitely. So that's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with everything I'm doing.
Protect your energy and keep your circle healthy.
Yeah.
And always be aware.
Yeah.
You gotta be aware. That's the only way you're gonna protect yourself, and the only way you're gonna stay healthy.
Yo, and that's another thing,
I said
healthy.
Like, only way you're gonna stay healthy.
I was gonna let you go. I was gonna let you have it.
I said healthy.
Natural yourself out there. Don't edit this either. but yo, so one thing I also want to add is like nobody does it by themselves. Every ill person has a strong team. Everyone has I thought the camera went out. Everybody has a strong team, or they should have a strong team. Son, what? My bad. That's not even funny, son. But
you see everybody
son,
else. Don't even look at mine, bro.
I gotta finish this.
Hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, like you know, you gotta remember that you don't do it all by yourself. Like I used to think, if I close myself off from like, so many people or so much stuff, that I can just work and do so much stuff. But honestly, I have like supportive people around me that really help and like create content or helps me with ideas or extra programs or just opportunities of stuff. And you wanna like
you need those people around.
Yeah, like you wanna invest in. As much as important as it is to invest in like product and invest in stuff like that, and invest in yourself, you want to invest in people too, because you know, like that goes a long way.
Teamwork
that extends.
Makes a dream work. Everybody say it with me. Teamwork makes a dream work. Shout out to my mom.
But nah, it really does. And I used to hear that phrase as a cliche, and so I started doing stuff.
Bro.
I started doing stuff, and I started to learn, like, yo, like, I wouldn't have been able to get to this point
and you know why?
Without these four people.
But you know why it made so much sense to us so early?
What's that?
Because we hooped. We did things to where the sayings made sense because it related to what we did, like basketball.
Well, if you want a successful team.
Yeah.
Because I had some. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So,
teamwork make a dream work till you see John Wall and CJ Leslie.
We ain't gonna talk about that.
We ain't gonna go too deep.
We're not gonna go too deep into that.
Teamwork, hold on, I got one. Teamwork make a dream work till you see DeMar DeRozan and Romeo coming at you.
We ain't gonna talk about that either. Teamwork will make a dream work when you see the results. I've been on other teams. The results didn't come out, but it's fine. The objective was the camaraderie of something that can make something happen. And I learned throughout life that whether it's your regular day job, like I'm pretty sure all of us, whether we clock into a 9 to 5 or not, the people around us, as much as we're working together, dictates how that day go. If I'm working at McDonald's and the person making the nuggets or messing up the fries and doing their job is going to destroy the rest of the assembly line. You know, as long as if I'm working at a hospital or something, like, you know, the nurses got to help the doctors got to get right for the, you know, anesthesiologist, whatever it may be. So, teamwork is very, very huge. Like, it really is huge. And I had to learn the hard way a couple times that, like, you got to make sure you build a really ill team, or, you know, things do become more difficult. Now, yes, there are some people that is a one-man army, and sometimes they strike gold, but most of even them, they have certain people in their corner that maybe don't get the light, but, you know, like, appreciate the people around you, like, you know, like, you know, another thing is support like your friends' businesses, like, you know what I'm saying, really invest in them and stuff like that. Like, I know we all like ill and we cool, but don't always look for the discount. You know what I'm saying? Like, try to really support and put value into it, because you don't want them to feel like what they're doing is less of value. You know, you want to show them like, yo, what you're doing, I really believe in. I'm willing to pay the price that you think is worth.
It's just like when y'all be listening to anybody that be like, they don't pay attention to the price tag. So why pay attention to what your friend's doing? If it's dope, support it. And if you want to be honest about it, be honest about it. Don't lie to me.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Because if you, like I said, there's going to be plenty of people that don't like it. It's going to be plenty of people that love it.
Yeah.
And there's going to be people that have mutual interest about it. Accept that. Don't be an ass and be like, you ain't fucking with it, fuck you. No, don't do that.
You know what? I'm glad you mentioned that. This is a topic that we gotta touch into real quick. Hip hop, music. What you just said, just sparked the argument that I think everybody has.
Let me tell you something right now before you even go into it. Cali got that problem. Simple. I swear, if I lived in Atlanta, I'd probably be one of the hottest rappers out right now. If I lived in New York, I would have a name.
You know,
but
I think that's such a subjective.
Yeah, it's a subjective, but it's just like,
because New York artists don't even like New York artists.
Yeah, New York artists don't like New York, but I'm talking about the East Coast has so many ways of helping each other, even if it's not in their state. The West Side don't fuck with each other, bro. Unless you're like family or something.
That's
like
tough because on Kendrick's Ascendance, Snoop, Game, Dr. Dre, all these West Coast legends kind of like passed the torch and showed that they fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard to say that.
You don't get, but I'm saying all right, let's put it like this. In California, you literally have to be in the right area. Literally in the right area.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You can, like, when I'm saying compared to the East Coast, you can damn near go to the East Coast and land, and you know the area of like where people get hot. It only takes a few things. But when you come to Cali, you have to research where to go live if you're pushing for that. And like one of those places is LA. But I'm from the Bay. You don't hear about a lot of Bay artists. They are local rappers, local artists. And the ones that's made it out are ones that are different. Like Kalani made it out. I don't know how the fuck Sage made it out, but he did. I think it's because he did the song Flow Rider. Me and Sage is cool, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fucked to be like.
He the partner with Sage dope. Sage dope, but it's just like he was still making the same music as Bay Area artists we know. Like the ones that like so it's just like exactly like during the Yikes stage, he wasn't the only one making Yikes music that was dope. So it's just like a lot of stuff didn't make sense, but
probably how you market yourself.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. Like I know a lot of dope. Like we mentioned dope artists earlier. That maybe all of us reach a certain plateau with marketing the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because we can all be just as ill as the people we see, or you've seen, or even work with some of the people that we see ascend, but they just had a good marketing scheme or a good backing, which is why, again, their team was important. But as far as like the hip hop conversation I was saying was that like hip hop has broken into so many different genres. Like what exactly defines hip hop anymore? Is it the Illmatic drums and the horns of Jay-Z's joint, or you know,
I see what you mean. Just like how you can say you knew what jazz music was, and like
all that. And you know, it just